Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here with our brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. They're gonna go out, see what stuff's on sale today. Also gonna try and see, if Fry still has any sales going on, because, I didn't get to go there on Thursday, because they didn't actually open until Friday morning at 6 a.m., for Black Friday sales. And sometimes they carry their sales on for like a week or so after Black Friday. And they're actually one of the places that usually has some of the best actual deals for things. But I haven't got to go there yet, so we'll see if they, still carried over any of the sale prices or have any sales for Cyber Monday in there as well. And then also at the end of this video, I'm going to have an unboxing video, so definitely stay tuned for that. So anyway though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. In the front in here though, the two main big things that came out today, was Pete's Dragon and, the BFG. For some reason they don't have the Blu-ray here yet, put out yet, but they have a thing here that says, save $5 when you buy, Pete's Dragon and the BFG here. So that's a deal thing, to get both of them, so you get like $5 off one of them, because they're normally, $24.99. And in Target they still have these things set up, the Black Friday stuff, but now it's the old prices on them. It's funny, they still kept all these things out. So everything in here now, I don't know what they're, so it looks like Ghostbusters is now $13 again, Ninja Turtles is $13 as well. So as you see, there's still quite a few things left over here, and here's a basket sitting here. I don't know if that was somebody who was like, oh, on Black Friday, I'm gonna get these, and they all changed their mind. But as you can see though, all the stuff is still here, and Creed is now, it looks like it's now 15 still. So some of these things, like I said, are all still left, but they're all kind of, what's left of them in here. But the prices are now back to what they normally would be, and these other ones in here are all $10 as well. I've never actually seen them, I don't know how long they keep these things set up. I'm thinking they're probably going to put these away in a day or two. But like I said, as you can see, all the stuff's still out, but now Mr. Robot's back to 22, and I think this was 10 on Black Friday, I'm pretty sure. And over here in the section though, the big thing that came out today was, Don't Breathe, which I actually really like this one a lot. I talked about this one in my last update video, but this one, definitely would recommend this one. Really cool movie. The other things, they haven't put them out yet though, was, I think was the other main thing over here was, Absolutely Fabulous, which for some reason they haven't stocked out yet though. Into the Valley Thrift Store we go. So we'll take a look and see if there's anything in here different today. It seems like it's been for the last while though, rather picked over in here. Like I said, the last couple weeks, usually there was a bunch of movies on the ground down here, on the bottom shelf down here. But lately it's just kind of been this area. It seems like a couple different things from the last week, but still it's been really picked over in here. But it's one of those places where, everything is pretty much the same price. So you really have to kind of look through all this and just see, what they have and if there's anything different. Because I have found a couple out of print things in here, and I saw once the Disney tin things in here, but that was one of the only times though they didn't have the tin though, and they actually must have looked at the prices of them, so they were a little bit more money. But for the most part, I think everything in here is pretty much $2 and stuff. Yeah, but nothing in there today. For the last month or so, it's been really common stuff and really understocked and picked over. Hopefully, again, they, get a big stock of stuff, and because usually, like I said, there was usually stuff on the bottom and a whole bunch of stuff, and now it's just super picked over, and so it hasn't really been that great in there for the last at least month or so. Into the Salvation Army we go. Well, we're taking a look and see if there's anything different in here. They finally have some movies. I haven't been in here in a month or two, because last time I was in here, they had absolutely no DVDs, Blu-rays, or anything whatsoever in here. So we'll see if there's anything in here different and all today. There was one weird thing I saw over here called A Tuna Christmas. It's some kind of I think it's some kind of a Broadway show, and I think it's these guys in drag. Looks sort of like a Benny Hill kind of thing. It says it's from 1996. I do not know anything about this at all. It looks so it's kind of funny, kind of a weird thing. Like I said, I don't know anything about that at all. Kind of a weird thing to come across in here. That's the thing, is sometimes you can really find some odd things in here. See, here's something kind of weird. I have to look this one up. This Anchor Bay one. This Werewolf Shadow. I don't know if I've ever seen this one or not. I'm gonna definitely have to look this up and see if this has any value at all. I know usually the discs are in the front, hopefully. If not, then they're gone. And I think this at one point, I think, was out of print, this Heaven Can Wait. I believe it might have been at one point. I don't know if it is anymore or not. I don't even know what the prices of everything are in here because most of them don't seem to have any, prices anywhere in here. So I don't know what everything is, but I'm definitely going to have to look these two up and see what the prices are of these. And this is another weird one I remember, Bug. I remember seeing this one on TV, and this was like, I think this whole movie came down to the fact that somebody stepped on a bug or something. Another one I have to look up. That's kind of a weird one. I remember, like I said, I think I saw this on TV, and it was like the one guy who was in Congo. It was always the guy, like that guy who was in the Congo movie Congo, and I always remember, I always liked that guy. I think he like produces or directs now mainly, but definitely have to look this one up as well. But that was definitely a pretty weird one. Well, so I ended up getting two things in there. It was only $4.50 for both of them because there was like a sale in there today. I think they were normally $3 and it was like something % off. And I got, this Werewolf Shadow one, which sounds interesting. Like, I don't think I have ever seen this one. It's an Anchor Bay one that came out in 2002 when this one released. I think it's like $13 or something like that. And like, when it comes to out of print stuff, I don't buy it unless it's like something like it's like really expensive or something that I actually think I would watch. And the other one I got was this Rutger Hauer movie, which I remember seeing the cover of this years ago. This one's only like, I think like, it goes from like $6 to like up to 20 something. It seems to be all over the place with prices. It's a movie called Crossworlds, which actually looks kind of interesting, and I always like these kind of films, and this one was one of those old Trimark release ones, and all, Trimark I think is like, 100% gone, and now like Lionsgate owns most of their stuff. So I'm sure some of these kind of titles are probably going to come out through like their line of like, through the Vestron Video and some of that kind of stuff, I'm thinking down the line. But I don't think like I said, I don't think I've seen this one ever before. Let me know if how this one was. Like I said, both of them were only $4.50 for both of them. Into fries we go. Yeah, it seems like they took down all the Friday prices, like the Black Friday prices in here. I saw on the front they had like a table that showed some of the stuff that I think the stuff that was on sale, but some of the stuff's back to $2 again, like Brokeback Mountain is $2, Bruno is $2, like Clown was, $19.99, so that was obviously, I'm thinking one of the other ones. And one thing I want to talk about a little bit was one of the big things I got for Black Friday, and I didn't get it in stores. I ordered it off of BestBuy.com, and I think it might still be on sale there. I don't know for certain. Is the 4K, a Samsung 4K player. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that quickly. I do have a 4K TV as well. I've had that for probably like 3 months, and it's one of the ones that it's a Sony high dynamic range one, and I feel like that high dynamic range is a big thing with 4K, with really seeing a difference. Like the biggest thing, because I only have 2 movies right now, but I will be doing future 4K reviews for a lot of stuff coming up, and future titles and all that kind of stuff when it's a new release. A good majority of the time I'll review the 4K one. But basically what I was noticing is the biggest thing you see is like details and things like hair, like people's hair and makeup, and like you could see kind of like if someone's kind of looking a little greasier, the hair's looking greasier, you can see that kind of detail. And the brightness levels, there's a huge difference in brightness. It's a much more brighter, vivid picture is what I was noticing. Other thing I was noticing was with that high dynamic range thing, if I was comparing something like with like the movie The Labyrinth, like the dark levels and like the scenes when she was going down through the tunnel with the hands grabbing her and stuff like that, the blue tint was totally different type of blue in the the 4K edition. And that was the biggest thing I was noticing, was like the color palette with like a brighter color and a little bit of like different kind of colors you don't see as much. And that was really the big thing that I was noticing with those. Into Best Buy we go. And over here today, really the only main things, like I said today, was, the Wildlife, Don't Breathe. As I said, I really like that one a lot. The BFG, and here it's $22.99. It seemed like it was $25 or $24.99 pretty much everywhere else, or Pete's Dragon, but there doesn't seem to be any steelbooks or, exclusive editions of those ones, as I've looked everywhere and didn't see any alternate ones. And all these now are back to the normal price. I think a lot of these were like $17.99, last week and stuff for Black Friday, but now they're all back to like $29. Like I said, if there's any 4K ones here you would say were like ones I should definitely get, let me know like which ones, if you guys have 4K, like really, really look good. Because I feel like stuff like Mike and Dave and things like that, those are the kind of things that really, they would look better, but they're not like, I wouldn't like jump to get something like that, as opposed to more like something I would see like The Martian would look, I would think really, really good. Well, that's all for this DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Not a whole lot of stuff out today. Really, the only things that I got were those two things of the Salvation Army. Didn't want to get too much because next week there's a bunch of different stuff coming out. Like I think it's called Siren, I believe, which is like the story from VHS. They made a whole movie of that with that girl they take home, and then she like turns into like a character that like flies away and attacks them. Like they made a whole movie of that, like a spin-off movie like about that whole character, and a bunch of other stuff. And I think Scream Queens is next week, and movie called like Trash Fire, and a bunch of different stuff. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff to get next week. But like I said too, like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Now stay tuned now for an unboxing video. And now for the unboxing. There's a new thing here I got called the BAM box. I don't know a whole lot about this one. It has a thing on here that says like, want to trade, head over to the BAM box /community, but it's like a subscription box. And I'll put a link below for this if you guys are interested in this. And I know it's supposed to be like adult party, like cartoon stuff, adult cartoon kind of stuff in here. And it's like a spoiler booklet, so don't look at that. It's like a picture of like, I think it's like someone cosplaying as Jessica Rabbit, and it says like, I don't know who this one is in here, but she's like a signed picture of her. It's a signed print. That's pretty cool print here of like Beavis and Butthead mixed with like what was the name of that show? Rick and Morty. I'm totally blanking on that, but it has like a signed thing in here on here. So that's a pretty cool print. It seems like it's like a lot of like art prints and stuff like that. Oh, this is cool. This is, I think, is this a mouse pad? No, it's like a little sign thing of a crazy Homer Simpson. It says, "Crazy people are more fun," and that's a very cool picture of Homer Simpson going crazy. And then there's a comic book in here, a Betty Boop comic book signed as well, and that has on here a certificate of authenticity in here. And then the last thing in here is a BAM box exclusive chef pin, you know, Chef from South Park, you know, from the early seasons, because, you know, Isaac Hayes had passed away years back, so the character's no longer on it. But that's very cool. And even inside of it, it has, like, you know, He-Man and, you know, a bunch of different characters in here. So that's a very cool box. I don't know what, like, a lot of the other boxes are. I know it's, like, very different type of stuff each month and stuff, but that's pretty cool stuff in here. Like I said, I'll put a link below for this BAM box if you guys are interested in that.